Another content warning for this video. For the rest of the game, pretty much expect these two things to be coming up somewhat frequently.
Jody, get up.
Huh? What's going on?
Get dressed. I'll explain in the car. The DPA has launched a program to study the other side, the infraworld as they call it. They've created a condenser, a machine to open a rift to what lies beyond.
They've opened a passage? To Aiden's world?
Something happened last night. Entities got through the rift and we couldn't shut down the condenser. Everybody in the building was slaughtered. None of the rescue teams came back. They called and asked for your help. I told them you were just a child, that it was too dangerous. But they know only you know how to deal with what lies beyond the rift.
Go ahead.
Jody, if you don't want to do it, just say, and I'll take you back.
It's all right. I'll do it.
Well, time to get out of this car and start this thing.
Christ, Nathan, this is crazy. You can't send her in there. What are you thinking?
You don't understand. She's the only one that can stop this.
Hey, Cole, I guess you didn't want us to go in. Cole, where are you going? Okay, so I guess Cole has ventured where we cannot follow, because these barricades are the end of this little map for us. Cole is going to keep walking for quite some time, and then he crosses the street, and then we don't see him again, so maybe that's where he parked his car, who knows. In the meantime, we have a situation to try to handle.
We got any information coming out of this?
Is that the girl?
Anything?
I'm sorry, miss. You can't come.
She can go.
Oh, sorry.
It is a little hard to see with all of the blurring effects and the lens flare type things going on, but I'm pretty sure you can imagine with all these ambulances here that
Do this. I'm ready to go.
it's not looking good.
We have to wait for the command. Is that the girl? Which girl? The girl.
You know, I do have a name. Also, I apologize if you try to follow the subtitles here.
What the hell happened in there?
What did she like Hallow?
It's going to be okay, sir. What could that be? They're not telling us everything.
These levels. Nobody else should go. There's no way to continue.
The condenser is in the lower basement. You need to find the control room. That's all they could tell me. Jody, the entities around the rift, they're not like Aiden. They're from the depths of the other side. We know almost nothing about them.
I've been living with an entity that I know nothing about since the day I was born. I get it. Don't worry. I don't plan on dying today.
So, this is probably going to sound a little strange, especially after everything we've seen, but what if I told you that this chapter is actually really good?
I don't know about you, Aiden, but I'm scared.
Like, not just for this game, but like, this actually has really good elements and nice scripting sequences that aren't like total garbage. They're not all great, granted, but it's a lot better than anything we've seen up until this point. I mean, just look at the opening to this chapter. It feels wildly different.
Great. Oh, the elevator's stuck. Go see what you can do, Aiden.
So as we're gonna see in a little bit, it's maybe not the best idea to take the elevator because most of this building is already on fire. So what is causing that noise? Oh, it's not that. Okay, something a lot less scary. Okay, dead body. Nothing we haven't seen before, I think. Unfortunately, we got a little spoiled with Aiden kind of looking directly at it, but that was more my fault than the camera. So here's where we get an explanation for this, as it turns out, emanation mechanic. We're going to be doing this to a lot of people, so we're going to see how a ton of people die. It's also really picky on how much and how quickly you make the ghost smoke go into Jodie's face, but I get there eventually.
Come on!
Okay, nothing we can really do. Well, I guess we're stuck on the elevator with a dead guy. Okay, only one way forward, and unfortunately it looks like there's somebody blocking the door. Oh well, just a simple maneuver to get around him.
Go! Nothing but death is there!
Okay, that was cool and all, but did you have to like grab us and not let go? Like, it's not like we weren't going to hear you anyway, but I guess he's technically still in the way? Yeah, sorry about this, dude. That didn't really change anything, but whatever. Things are, not looking good. What the shit? So remember way back when, pretty much in the first video, I said this game had some good horror elements? It kind of does, and a lot of them are in this chapter. Still a lot of jump scares though.
Try to open it from the other side.
So let's see here. That didn't do it. Dead guy, he probably won't do it. That didn't open the door either. Let's try this button. Yeah, so this room is probably why the elevator should not be working in the first place. At least not for us.
I know. I can feel it too. They're here. Stay close to me, okay?
Another dead guy, another one of these.
Call the emergency team. They're coming.
So I'm starting to see a pattern with all these dead guys. Well, that didn't work, but that red glowing vent seems important.
They're ducking. If I can get up there.
So actually, this guy right by the door kind of surprised me in this playthrough, because I hadn't actually noticed he was here up until this point. But I'm pretty sure you can imagine what happens. It also maybe kind of kills the surprise if we already had a chapter that kind of shows us what these entities look like, because they're the same things as what we saw before. I'm not really sure Jodie knows where this is going, but hey, at least we're making progress. So the sound design in this level is actually pretty good, in my opinion. The jump scares are trying to do everything to kind of make me look foolish there, but there's another guy that I need to be able to interact with, so he needs to be on camera. So let's just readjust.
Powerful concentration of energy, which allows us to open a temporary breach.
Okay, so who was that little lecture for? I feel like if you already have the portal open, you don't really need to explain it to the people that are on the restricted access level. Okay, that actually wasn't Aiden this time, so, I mean, if you could kindly fuck off. Thank you. I'm also getting a little worried about how much smoke Jodie must be inhaling. Like, this is pretty dangerous. This next part kinda doesn't make sense.
No point in doing that, Aiden.
Okay, so Jodie needs to be able to make it through this glass partition. And Aiden's not allowed to break the glass, so we're just gonna act out. By breaking the glass.
Let's go.
Alright. Now, Aiden hasn't had a whole lot to do this chapter, so he's gonna act out a little bit more before we get going. Including breaking more glass. Oh no, this poor guy didn't get his soda before, well, I think we all know what's about to happen.
Are you hurt? Can you move? I'm not gonna make it. Calm down. Everywhere! Under control.
Note to self, guns don't work. So this flashback is actually semi-important for teaching you something. Did you see it? In that cutscene, it was a little hard to see, but there was a fire extinguisher. And we need to get a fire extinguisher if we need to extinguish this fire.
Fire extinguisher. There's gotta be one around here somewhere. Find it, Aiden.
So yeah, if you ever see the camera in this chapter just sort of dart completely out of my control, that's exactly what happened. They need to make sure you see what you need to see. Well, I sure hope that thing was empty, because we probably should not have gotten rid of that thing so soon. Okay, no need to do the ghost thing on him. So for some reason, Jodie just does that, even if you're successful there, and that's not a very important injury. I'm not sure why it got so much camera time. But it's there to let you know that glass is dangerous.
What are you doing here? You bitch!
Oh good, the scary ghost man knows how to swear. Great. For the sharp-eared viewers out there, I'm sure you can hear someone crying, but he's a little hard to see. He's hiding over in this corner, and it's really easy to miss him.
No, please, go away. God, no, please.
Easy. I'm Jodie. I work with Professor Dawkins.
The entities, they invaded the laboratory. Creatures from the depths. I managed to hide, but they're still here. I know they're still here.
Try to get to the elevator. It's working now. You should be able to get out.
You're staying here? But those things will kill you.
I'm not alone.
We always face death alone.
Okay, so they all know how to swear the same way. I guess that's maybe not totally unexpected. Here's more of that mechanic we haven't seen yet, and we're going to see it shortly, just not in this chapter or the next. But, you know, shortly. Hang on, we'll get an explanation for a thing that is kind of actually difficult to do. But maybe we shouldn't hurt this guy so much? I mean, he's only possessed. He's not dead. I mean, we've possessed people before, and they turned out just fine. Well, maybe we can still reason with him and oh no. So the ghost version of him with the entity is still attacking, but I don't think he can just walk this one off. Like, he's walking it off now. Or he was walking it off, but I guess fire's even a bit too much for an entity. Okay, this is now even more messed up. So I'm actually not sure how I feel about that little encounter because, you don't actually ever have to even talk to him, so maybe he was better off without our help. In any case, we still have to press forward.
Let us out, for Christ's sakes! Entities can go through matter! This won't stop them!
Sorry, can't take that chance.
Well, I think we know for sure now what happened to the rescue teams and why they didn't come back. Hopefully, nothing like that happens to us. Well, it seems that Jody is not strong enough to move this giant whatever it is, so I guess we can let Aiden act out some more.
Stay close, okay?
Haha, ghosts, very funny. That isn't scary, that's just annoying. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be incredibly annoying here and really don't want us to move forward. So we have more of this mechanic that I promise will get explained. Okay, this is a little bit worse than annoying. Too bad for those stupid ghosts, they led us right to the exit.
The condenser is close. I can feel the echo on the other side. Let's take it really slow. Maybe we can slip through unnoticed.
Oh boy, a bunch of dead scientists on the floor. Hopefully this ends up just being very straightforward and, you know, not very eventful.
Needs a pass card. Damn it.
Of course we need a pass card. Now, unfortunately, none of the scientists in this immediate hallway are either interactable through their ghost smoke, nor do any of them have a pass card, so we need to look elsewhere. In this room that maybe has a giant signifier on the person we should be looking at. Well, I don't know about you, but that sure looks like a pass card.
Got it.
Well, that was easy. Okay, weird scientist clicker zombies. This is not what I signed up for. Though admittedly, we're not really sure what we signed up for. But that though, that was pretty bad.
Come on! I need you now! Open, goddammit!
So I'm sure you weren't expecting a tower defense like where we have to fend off the zombies from getting to Jody. It is really not difficult at all. You don't even need to defeat all of them, just enough of them.
Open, goddammit!
And with that, we are in another frozen hallway, but we are really close to that condenser. I can feel it. Also, it's really cold, and I really hope that we're out of the cold soon. Well, time for one last flashback.
There's something going on. The energy level in the condenser's still rising. We've got to shut it down, now! I can't!
Let's actually shut this thing down because I don't like the look of any of this.
They did it. Passage to the other side. Damn thing won't work. Another console. If I can get to it, we might still have a chance.
Well, how fortunate that there happens to be another off switch. Unfortunately, they put it in, like, the worst spot possible for an override.
I'm gonna make a run for the console. I run, you protect me from the entities, okay? Let's go.
So the condenser is a portal that draws in so much energy that this sequence actually makes my PS3 chug, and there's going to be some segments where it slows down and outright stops, so I apologize for that in advance. For the rest of it, though, we have to make Jody run all the way to the next platform, and we're going to be dealing with entities in a way that we've seen before, so nothing new there. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of the infrastructure here has been completely damaged beyond repair, so we're going to be taking a few detours here.
The ladder! Aiden, hurry!
It's nice of the camera to show us where to go, because if you get lost here, it feels pretty tense. And yeah, there's an example of the system kind of chugging for me. So I bet you're wondering what happens if you fail this section, because you can fail this section if you just do nothing. Well, all you do is Jodie gets pulled down, she falls to the floor, is rescued by Aiden, and then the ending cutscene changes just a little bit. Overall though, nothing really changes outside of you not experiencing the last couple minutes of this chapter. Sweet, we did it.
Aiden? Aiden, are you there? Thought I'd lost you.
Jodie. Oh, I should have never sent you in there. It's my fault. It's all my fault. My God, I was so afraid I lost you.
Don't let them ever do that again. If they open a passage, there'll be nothing left.